So for about a week now I've been playing this MOBA game, Heroes of the Storm. It's basically you play all the heroes from Blizzard's games of the past. The only one I really played was WoW, and that's pretty much the heroes I choose. I'm not very good at it yet. I've been playing co-op games, which is basically 5 players against 5 computer opponents, and I haven't been the MVP yet though, so I'm not ready to go fight other players on the opposing team. The game's free to play, but I spent a little bit of money getting the Arthas hero. And I got this skin that makes him look human. Most people go with the Undead Lich King look, but I decided on the Prince Arthas look. He still has all his undead abilities. He brings an army of the dead in one of his abilities. He's still like a necromancer and he's evil and stuff, but he's basically a tank. He gets in close and beats people down. But I'm just starting to get used to using this guy. I mean, it's pretty complicated, and you get killed really easy because you're right in the middle fighting and just being the tank for your whole group. So I get killed a lot with this dude. When you choose your talents right here in the lobby, you're not really picking them in the game. You're just earmarking them for yourself so that you can choose them easily when you're playing. You actually level up while you're playing, and you have to do it really fast. So when you do this, you can just kind of mark them, and it makes it easy. You can take your time and read the talents, what they do, decide on what you want, and just put a little blue mark on it. And then when you're in game, you have to rapidly choose your talents, so it helps. Okay, let's start the game. One thing I like about this game is the heroes are exactly what you think they should be. Like if you play the dragon hero, he's like a dragon. He breathes fire, and if he's a warrior, then he's really strong up close. Or if he's a rogue, then he turns invisible. That kind of thing. It's kind of like what you expect. You know, like you can even play the Darkshire monster, and just like you would expect, he doesn't get a mount. He has to walk on foot, which is really cool. You know, I mean, things should be what you expect them to be. They should be intuitive. And this game seems to follow that. Right as the game starts, you can choose your first talent, so you have a little time, so you can just do that right off. And stay on your mount, because you have to cover some distance before you get to the enemy, where the enemy towers are. And that's where their minions will start coming out towards you.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Yeah, my Howling Blast is my ranged free spell, but I used to have problems with my Frozen Tempest spell. You activate it, and it gives you improvements, but I would forget to turn it off, and it would just like drain all my mana. So it took me a while to figure out that I was basically draining my mana. That's actually what I got on right now. That little white circle is my Frozen Tempest. And when the action's done and there's nobody around you, you have to turn it off. But mainly I try to get in close and hit a hero with my Frostborn Hunger spell. It's basically a melee attack. It activates a melee attack, does a whole bunch of damage. But you gotta have it, because heroes move quickly. They come next to you only for a second, so you gotta have that attack. You gotta have a hot button like right under your finger, you know, so you can just swipe him. I tried to do it right there, but I can do a lot of damage, you know. Then I use my Death Coil. My Death Coil can heal me, or it can damage an enemy player. It does either. I can either heal myself, or another guy can come running by, and I can just hit him instead. I can just say, no, I'm gonna nail that guy with it. That's my Frozen Tempest popping up again. But I get killed so much as this character. It's really hard to get away because I'm always surrounded. But these are little heal pools right here. They heal you kind of slow. But they have cooldowns. Like once you use it, you can't use it for a while. So you spend a lot of time hearthing. If you hearth back home, you heal really fast actually, but it sends you all the way back to your lines. But that heals really quick.
Your killing spree is over.
As you die more times, the penalty for dying increases. Like you stay down for like longer. So you really want to keep to a minimum the number of times that you die in a game. I die a lot. I don't know. I get excited and I want to use my Frostborn Hunger spell, and I want to hit the heroes of the enemy, and I get in there and I just get beat down. And when you go home, when you're actually at home, you actually have your mana and your hit points, you know, healed. You can do this with hearthing. You don't just have to die. You can actually hearth back. A lot of people hearth all the time. Here I managed to extract myself in time and hearth back to home, which is good. It's especially when you die a lot of times, it's way better because you don't have that weight. You just you go home and you heal really quickly. You get your mana back very, very quickly. And you could just jump right back into the fighting. As long as you got to stay within that blue veil that you've seen right there. As long as you're within that little blue haze thing, you're getting your healing and you're getting your mana back. But if you leave before it's done, like sometimes I'll look at the mini map and I'll find a place to rejoin the battle. I'll just ride across the map without even watching myself. I'll watch the battle, and my guy shows up. He's no problem. He doesn't really get amped. Maybe it's different with enemy players, but with AI, I don't worry about getting attacked along the way. That might be different with actually human players. Maybe that's different. But by the time I actually select a spot to ride back on, I got all my hit points back. I got all my mana back. It's really fast. But see, I'm getting beat down really fast again. I'm just in there trying to. I'm doing a lot of damage, but yeah, but I managed to get out again. But sometimes if there's a guy almost dead, I'll jump back into it. Or if we almost turn the tide, I'll stay and risk it. But I can actually heal myself with Death Coil a little bit. Like, see, I seen that it was starting to turn against him, so I risked it and stayed. And it worked. This time it worked.
Choose a talent. Gather tribute.
Here we are destroying the enemy's core, which is basically how you win the game. It's pretty hard to lose a co-op game against 5 AI opponents when you have 5 human players.
Victory.
But here the challenge is trying to become the MVP, which I haven't done yet. I mean, I've got on the honorable mentions a few times. So here are statistics like how many times you've killed enemy heroes, or how many times you've assisted with killing enemy heroes, how much experience you've given the team, and how much siege damage you've done. I tend to do a lot of siege damage myself. But this is what you need to keep an eye on to really tell if you're doing better. Which I check every game, is probably going to improve my game. On this Towers of Doom map, the defensive structures seem to be a little more powerful. They do a little more damage, and you can get killed just trying to tear them down and not realizing how powerful they are.
For the Lich King.
Choose a talent.
So be it.
Yeah, I barely made it out of there. I'm gonna have to hearth back.
I'm going to pull back. For now.
You see here I left the base too quickly. I didn't heal up all the way. I should have waited another half second.
The sting of death.
I got that one. I like to combine my Frostmourne Hungers with the Death Coil. When I damage them really badly, they start to move away, then Death Coil's got a little bit of range, and I usually like to hit them with that one.
Let's go.
This is actually my first MOBA game that I've ever played. I've heard about League of Legends and this thing called Dota, but I researched this one, and this one sounds the coolest. And I don't think I'm going to regret it. I mean, they got this thing where only one hero can be played per game. Like, there's no other Arthas in this game. Like, I'm going to be the only Arthas. That's the way it sets it up. So you're not going to have 5 guys playing the same guy because it's so popular or something. And you can get creatures in the map. There's like built-in monster quests in the map. So like you can get allies that you'll only see in this game when you play this map. So every match is a little different. You know, there's going to be a little bit. Plus the heroes are different. Plus the quest people do are different. So it's going to be a little unique every time you play this game. It seems like to me anyway, which it's going to be a lot of fun.
How enjoyable.
This is more.
Well done, heroes. MVP.
I only actually killed one hero here, but I don't think I'm doing that terrible. I got 7 assists. And I don't know, I'm not doing so bad. I could be a lot worse at this game. So I'm looking to get a cooler looking mount for Arthas here, but I don't want to spend any more real life money yet. So I found out that I can actually get this stuff called shards. Because real life money, you buy gems with it, and you can buy anything in the game with gems, but you get gold just from playing, and apparently you can take gold and cash that in for shards. And if you get enough shards, you can buy some of the stuff you can buy just with shards. And that way you avoid having to spend any real life money. For at least for a while. But this is a free-to-play game, but I wouldn't say it's pay-to-win or anything like that. The starting characters seem to be effective. Instead, it seems more like you pay to be unique, to set yourself apart from other players, to play heroes that other players don't have, which is fine by me. I don't mind paying a little.